What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mailman 101. In today's video, we're going to be discussing coming at the post office at a late age. If you're thinking about working for the post office and you in your 40s, 50s, 60s, I'm here to let you know right now that you can do it. All you got to do is go online, search for USPS, and apply. It's that easy. But these are some things you need to know when coming to the post office at a late age. First off, coming to the post office at a late age is not a bad thing, but you're gonna get a lot of people asking you this question. What made you come to the post office at the age that you are? Most people say they wanna try something new. They've been doing their other job for such and such time and they really tired of it. Most of the time it be probably people working in plants, construction, retail, and they wanna do something else. And plus they look at it, the post office is federal. Being that we federal, we get good benefits, get paid decent amount of money. All that sound good until you actually start working here. It's not a bad place to work. It's a real good place to work, but you got to understand, just because you are up in age, they won't have no pity on you. Because at the end of the day, they're going to always say, you applied to us, we didn't come calling for you. So if you're the type of person that got stuff that you like to do, or you already set in your ways, and honestly, some older people that I know are set in their ways, but they're not setting their ways in a bad way. It's like they're setting their ways as far as you might have something that you got to do, and you might want to leave early. You might feel like you're entitled to leave early because you did your job. In the post office, it don't work that way. Even though you did your job also is to go help others. I have seen people come in the post office in their 50s and their 60s. I always ask them, what made you come to the post office so late? And they told me what it was. Well, I always tell them, welcome to hell. And I say that with a grain of salt because the post office is actually what you make it. It can go good for you, it can go bad for you. It's really up to you. But the biggest thing you got to understand is when you come into the post office, you at the bottom of the barrel. Most CCAs are at the bottom of the barrel. It's always going to go off seniority, and that's another thing. You might not like certain things that a supervisor give you. You might question things that a supervisor give you. They might give you a piece of a route, a pivot off another route, or they might get you to do something. You might feel like, I'm new, I don't know the route like that, why would you do that? There's other people in here. At the end of the day, you are the newbie, you are at the bottom of the barrel. Most supervisors are gonna always go off seniority. Seniority is a big thing that they're gonna go off of. So that's gonna be one thing for you that you really can't be able to argue on. I know it sounds bad, but that's honestly the way it is. You gotta take in consideration, you're gonna work in different type of elements. If you're not used to working in different type of elements, that's usually where it get a lot of people. You're gonna have to work in the rain. You're gonna have to work in the snow, the 100-degree weather. You're gonna have to worry about dogs chasing you, bees flying around you, birds flying out of mailboxes. There's so much stuff that's gonna come with working. And being that you're gonna be working outside and all those different elements, most people that I have run into always tell me, I don't know how you do your job. So, and it's going to be very, very stressful on the body. You got to always think, we work out of a tin can. Most of the time, when we put packages inside a truck, you are probably on your knees, especially if you're on a route that gets a lot of stuff. So if you got back problems and you older, I'm here to let you know your back is going to hurt even more. So be prepared. I have met people that came into the post office, one particular person, and this lady was a real good friend of mine. And she honestly came in because she was tired of the plant life. She wanted to try something different. She heard about the benefits. She also heard about the job as well. But the person who told her about the job ain't really go in depth on the job and really told her the dark side of being a carrier. But hey, she was about to find out. She came into the post office. She was a good worker, but Where she failed at was she didn't realize the post office really don't care about your personal life. The number one thing is for them is to do is get the mail out and the packages out. That was her thing. She came in, she did her job. I remember times when she wanted to go home. We was on the dock and she honestly told me, yeah, I gotta go to my granddaughter's birthday party. She could not go. She put all her mail up when she came back from the route. She told me what she was about to do. I looked at her and I just shook my head because I already knew it was coming because it was already a bad day. She got hit with the bad news that she couldn't leave. She was upset. She said she had to go, but they was like, I'm sorry, you a CCA, and right now we need you to go help somebody. That right there took a toll on her. And that's when she saw that I don't think I'm gonna be here long because of you can't come and go as you please like most jobs. Most jobs, you come in at 9, you get off at 5. The post office, you come in at 9, you don't know when you're getting off. Most older people are kind of set in their ways because they expect to just come to work, do their job, and go home. They understand you got to work overtime sometimes. But with the post office, it's not mandatory overtime. It's just overtime that's just there. It's automatic overtime. As crazy as that sounds, you're going to work a lot of hours in the post office, especially as a CCA. You're going to put a lot of stress on your body, working in and out of small trucks, having to get on your knees and crawl into back of trucks to stack packages, to pull packages out once you actually on the route. You're going to have a lot of mail. It's a lot of things you're going to have to encounter. It's a lot of things you're going to encounter when you start delivering mail for the United States Postal Service. But still yet, this is not to discourage anybody who in their 40s, 50s, or 60s that thinking about working for the post office, because I see a lot of people do it. But the only difference in the people that actually do it, that actually do stay, are the ones that been there for so long and that's been doing it for so long. When you first coming in, it's a little different. I have seen some of the older folks run circles around the young folks. It's very rare, but like I said, the ones that do that, they've been there a while. They're not new to this. They've been doing it a good bit of years and they're new to it. In the past couple of years, I can honestly say out of everybody who came to the post office on the city side that was 40 plus years older, one person stayed. And that's been in the past 5 years, one person stayed. And he actually is a veteran. I don't know what made him stay. I mean, we all have bills. We all got families out there. And we got to do what we got to do to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. I'm assuming he just felt like this was his last stop. He was up in age and he just made the post office his home because he'd been there for the past 3-4 years. He actually is a regular now. It's to let you know that you're going to work some long hours. There's going to be some long nights. Your back might be hurting. Your foot might be hurting. Just come prepared. Come prepared to work. Don't worry about your personal life and things you got going on. Because if you worry about your personal life and things you got going on, you're going to be very stressed out when you realize that you can't go home. Then you got to also realize you have a probationary period. Your probationary period is first 90 days or the first 120 calendar days. In your probationary period, you got to show them that you're a real good, hard worker. Some offices, you can work your whole probationary period and just be a slack worker and they'll let you through. Other offices, they do evaluations every 30 days. But like I say, they will never let you go based on your age. But if you're not meeting the expectations of what they have for you, and you're always needing help or you're bringing back mail or anything that's stopping you from being the best you can be. So that's just a reminder to let you know, if you're thinking about working for the post office and you up in age, if you got any type of medical things that's wrong with you and you bring it to the post office, they're not going to look at it as like, oh, this person need help. They're going to look at it as like, you brought that problem here. You want us to feel sorry for you, but we really don't. We might tell you or feel sorry for you, but at the end of the day, we need you to do this. And they're going to expect for you to do whatever they give you. But like I said, anybody can do the job. If you want to do the job, go ahead and apply. The post office is always hiring. The best thing I can honestly tell people to do is do as much research as you can if you 40 plus years or older and you're thinking about working for the post office. That's my best advice for anybody out there who want to work for the post office that's up in age. If you find this video to be informative, let me know in those comments. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I drop more content. Till next time, man, y'all be safe out there. Y'all be blessed. Peace.